All right, Flint, do you want to talk about your deck? The blue-red tides is how I have it named. Do you want to talk about
Oh
what it
yeah,
does?
this is just the Andy Coldpepper deck that he was running. It looked fun, so I wanted to try it out. Um, it uses Parallax Tide to get rid of lands, and then Chain of Vapor to bounce with all the land removal triggers on the stack. Has some counter magic, has some card filtering with Impulse and Factor Fiction, card advantage. And there's the Cunning Wish package as well to get a variety of instants from the board. A couple of Shard Phoenixes and Neverill's Discs main. The discs aren't going to matter that much against you. The Shard Phoenixes aren't really that great either. So this is more about just kind of counter control and you trying to sculpt the hand here against me and me trying to get rid of your lands before you can do terrible, terrible things.
I think I just realized that I think the images that I put up for
Yeah,
I said that they were the other way around, but
you were gonna run your deck against the rock.
I had the text in the on my stream a different way, so that's
Oh,
that's what I think. Why I think I pulled out zombies. So we will see. We'll see how this goes. Well, so if you're not familiar with Balancing Tings, all the lands in the deck are able to sacrifice themselves, and a lot of them it will add 2 mana when it does that. And it looks to cast a card called Balancing Act, which basically counts up the number of permanents, and whoever has the fewest, we have to sacrifice down that to that many. And then same thing with cards. Whoever has the fewer number of cards, we have to discard down that many. So I'm pretty much looking to like sacrifice all my permanents and then cast a spell to kind of like wipe out my opponent's all their lands, and hopefully I like am able to follow it up on that same turn with a card like Terravore or Anurid Brushhopper or something. So
odd or even?
I will take odd.
It is an odd again.
All right, I will play first. 5, 6, 7. Okay.
I'm taking a mulligan. I just had one land.
I am going to keep. Well, Comical Flop, I will get this video eventually to YouTube, so if you do need to sleep, you'll still be able to watch this, but...
Huh. I don't really want to go to 5, so I'll keep this. Alright, let's do it.
Alright, I will play a Tinder Farm. That one taps for green and sacrifices for red or white.
Island go.
Okay. I will draw. I will play a Tinder Wall. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll play an Irrigation Ditch, and you can go ahead.
Faerie Conclave, go ahead.
Okay. I will draw. You can go.
Shivan Reef. How much mana can you make right now?
I can make 6.
6. How much red can you make?
This makes double red, and this makes single, so I can make 3 red mana.
Alright. Obliterate's 8, right?
Yep.
Okay. I will say go. And during your upkeep, I'll just tap one of your lands. Which one nets 2?
These both net 2. This one
You want
taps for green, sacks for red or white. This one taps for white, sacrifices for green or blue. Green and blue.
I'll tap the first one. It's fine.
Okay.
Tinder Farm or whatever. I'll draw a
Yeah.
card.
I will draw.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll do the same thing during your upkeep. Tap the same land.
Okay.
Draw my card.
Yep. I will draw.
Yep.
I will move to discard.
Okay.
I will discard a balancing act.
Okay. Draw. Mountain. I'll activate the Conclave.
Okay.
Bring in. Coming for 2.
Sure. Go to 18.
Your turn.
Draw. I'll play a Havenwood Battleground.
Okay.
I will I'll cast another Tinder Wall. Mana leak? Sure. Go ahead. Mike asks, I was chatting with Galen, who thought Lion's Eye Diamond in Balancing Things would be really good. What do you think? I mean, I feel like a lot of times, like, you don't need extra mana, but I don't know. I think I'd have to try it more to actually figure out if it's like better or worse than the normal.
Yeah.
It looks like Will's in the chat needing some long reach sly.
Nice. I'm gonna run out a Reef.
Okay.
And I'll get in for 2 more.
Sure. I go to 16.
Your turn.
Okay. I'll draw. How many cards are in your hand?
5.
I'm just going to obliterate. I'll sack all these. I'll cast Obliterate.
Let me think for a second.
Interesting. Putting the Hermit Druid and Ghoul combo and Balancing Things. It could be interesting.
All right. My turn?
No, I'm going to play land. I'm going to play a Dwarven Ruins tapped. Go ahead.
Good. Actually, wait. Ah, now go.
I will play an Archaeological Dig. I'm going to cast Burning Wish.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the sideboard. I am going to get an Overmaster.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. I will draw. I'll play Ruins of Trokair tapped, and you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got 2 lands.
How much mana do you have?
I have. If I sacked all my lands, I would have 5. This one always makes 1, and the others 2 are 2 each. Red, red, white, white.
Okay, got it.
We'll draw. How many cards in your hand?
6.
6. Alright, I will sack for white, white.
Yep.
Sack for green.
Mm-hmm.
And tap is for red. I will use one of the white to cast Orim's Chant. So I have... Okay, yep, I have red, white, green floating.
Yep.
Alright, and then I will cast Anurid Brushhopper. And I will play a Ruins of Trokair. You can go ahead.
Okay. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 3. One of them is an Overmaster.
Yep. Play an island.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Alright, I will draw. I will attack. Or I will try to attack. And
Sounds
we got Fire Ice. I will play a Havenwood Battleground tapped.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. You have 2 green, 2 white, 2 red?
Yeah, red, green, white. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
I think some of the appeal with Lion's Eye Diamond is with Burning Wish, that you can...
Upkeep, tap your double white.
Double
your
white.
Ruins of Trokair or whatever. Yep.
Okay. I will draw.
Okay.
I will... I will attack.
$14.
14. And you can go ahead.
Faerie Conclave.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
I will draw.
Mm-hmm. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 5 cards.
Okay.
I will attack.
11.
11. Alright. If I... Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna sack this for red. I will
Okay.
cast Overmaster.
So I can't counter the next spell you cast?
Next instant or sorcery I play. This
Right,
turn
okay.
cannot be countered. And it draws a
Okay.
card.
Yep.
Okay, I will draw. I will... sack this for white, and green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to... discard Terravore and Burning Wish to Anurid Brushhopper.
With the ability on the stack, I'm going to chain a vapor, Brushhopper.
Okay, I will then also respond to that by discarding Fire, Ice, and Ruins of Trokair to do it again.
With that on the stack, I'll chain a vapor.
Okay. That resolves. So this goes back to my hand.
Yep.
These are discarded. I will... Yes, Overmaster is only next instant or sorcery. I'll cast Balancing Act. I have 1 card in hand. And then you can go.
I think
Well,
what card
after-
I want to keep here. Keep that one. I'll discard a Factor Fiction, a Cunning Wish, a Shard Phoenix, and a Parallax Tide.
Alright, you get to go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Island, go.
Tinder Farm, go.
Go.
Crystal Vein. Go ahead.
And go.
I will play a Chromatic Sphere.
I prohibit it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go.
Go ahead.
And a turn impulse.
Sure.
Drop. Island, go.
Draw. Go ahead.
Mountain, go.
Draw. I'll play a Tinder Farm.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And a turn impulse again.
Yep.
Drop. Conclave, go.
I'll draw.
Yep.
I will... I'll cast a Terravore. Counterspell. And then I have a Dwarven Ruins. You can go ahead. How dare you counter a Terravore?
Sorry, Scary Terry.
Blasphemy. He's very scary.
Go ahead.
I'll play a Chromatic Sphere.
Okay.
And you can go ahead.
And Eternal Factor Fiction.
Sure.
Shivan Reef, Counterspell, Dust Bowl, Lightning Bolt, and Mountain.
I'll put Dust Bowl and Lightning Bolt against the other three.
Let me just count the number of lands in my graveyard here. 10. It's probably wrong, but I think I take these.
Okay.
Let me think for a second. I'll play Shivan Reef.
Okay.
Play Tide.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll remove 4 counters targeting each of your lands. I'll maintain priority. And I'll Chain of Vapor it back to my hand.
Well, I'm gonna respond.
Sure.
I'm going to sacrifice for red.
Sure.
I will turn a red into a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card.
Yep.
I will cast ice. I guess I'll target your Shivan Reef.
Tap for a colorless.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Yep.
And I will sack these. And then this one gets exiled.
Okay. Go ahead.
I will play a Havenwood Battleground. Go ahead.
Play Mountain. I'll replay the Tide.
Sure.
I'll exile your Battleground.
Okay.
I'll go down to 10.
Okay.
And I'll swing it for 2.
I go to 14.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I will play an Irrigation Ditch.
Okay.
And you can go.
for days. I'll swing for 2.
Yep, I got a 12.
The ditch sacks for what?
It taps for white, sacks for green and blue.
Okay. I have 3 in my hand. Go ahead.
Hey Dre, bro, I don't know if I'm knucking or booking. You see, you're okay with me keeping this land right now?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Well, actually, no. Let's just get rid of it. Let's just do that.
All right, I will draw.
All right.
I will play a Tinder Farm. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me just look at my hand here and my sideboard here. Not that I have any reason to do that whatsoever. Okay. All right. Untap. I'll put this to 1. I'll draw.
The lack of thawing glaciers in the forehead. I guess this is like a matchup that actually kind of shows that. I mean, obviously not for my deck since I don't have any basics, but these decks are slow. But most decks are not.
Actually, let's do this. I'll attack for 2.
I get a 10.
I'm going to exile your last land there.
Okay.
And I'll pass it back.
All right, I'm gonna draw. I will play a Crystal Vein.
Yep.
And a Barbed Sextant.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And to turn up my Cunning Wish. And I'm going to get a Stifle.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a point, go to 9. And I'm going to play an Impulse.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take this one. Untap. Upkeep. This dies, and I'll stifle the trigger.
Yep. J-Bro, if you want to make all the glacial or all the falling glacier decks you want, feel free.
Yeah. Glacial Chasm. What? Glacial Chasm? Oh man, that is a card that after my own heart. I will swing for 2.
I got an 8.
Go ahead. 4 in hand.
I guess I can exile these. You have 4 cards, you said?
Yeah.
I will make a red.
Yep.
I will cast Burning Wish.
Yeah. That's fine.
I will get
Sorry, comical flop.
I'll
I
get
can't bring back Phoenix.
I'll get Obliterate.
Okay.
And then you can go ahead. I'm going to draw a card during your upkeep.
And a turn. I'm going to fire you.
Okay. I got a 6.
I'm going to bolt you.
Okay, I got a 3.
And then I have another bolt in my hand.
All right.
Wild ride.
A wild ride indeed.
Sorry, comical flop. Pull that stifle out.
So, disenchant effects. How does that interact with the Parallax Tide combo? It doesn't really do anything, right?
I mean, I can just remove more counters in response,
Well,
right?
if you're already trying to like Chain of Vapor it, you're already able to
Yeah.
remove the counters.
Hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. Mike, you're supposed to describe a moment when you were most inspired by a Magic player in your life.
Um,
I think J-Bro may want you to mention them. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but you know.
I definitely I try to think there. Okay, so I'll tell a story. I think this one's been told on stream before, but I'll tell it again anyways. So I have always been like real into the Pro Tour and all like the pro players, and I went to Grand Prix Indianapolis. It was the first Grand Prix I ever went to, and naturally the Grand Prix there's like pro players that are there, and there's just like people that I had seen like on webcasts and whatnot. There's like Shuei Nakamura, he's from Japan. There's like Remy Fortier, he had just won the one of the Pro Tour Valencia. There's like Pat Chapin and like so all these people, and it was around the time that they had pro player cards, and for some reason I had the pro player cards and somebody else had the Sharpie, but I'm like running across the venue to like my friend to like try and get the Sharpie so that I can get a signature for one of the pro player cards. So that it would be like my first like interaction would be just being like finally seeing the people that I had seen on the internet, and I thought it was so cool. But that's my story.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. I will play first. Which one of us is more excited for CubeCon? Well, given that Flint lives in California and I live in Wisconsin, I think I'm more excited for CubeCon. Also, I still probably would just be more excited for CubeCon because I think I cube more than Flint does, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think you do. I'm sad that I don't live in Wisconsin anymore. I wish we would have known each other back then.
Yeah. Yes, I did get the signature. I have a number of ones. It's like I have Chris McDaniel. I think I have Pat Chapin. I got Brian Kibblers was at a different tournament. I got Shuei Nakamura, Tomohiro Saito, Mark Herberholtz. There's a number of them that I got. So
Flint flying in. I wish.
it's not till like October, so you can still.
There's maybe if there's an opening, just let me know. See if I can make that happen. I need to get back to visit all my friends in Milwaukee and Madison anyway.
All right.
I'm so sorry, Comical Flop. Go to sleep.
he's just hanging on a thread for a Shard Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will keep this.
I'll keep.
I will start with a Dwarven Ruins, and you can go ahead.
All right. In the interest of dueling tap lands, I'll play a Conclave. Go ahead.
Awesome. I'll play an Archaeological Dig. I'm going to cast 2 Barbed Sextants.
Whoa.
All right, go ahead.
Now, remind me what those do again, because it's been...
They filter mana, but then they draw a card during the next player's upkeep.
Okay, got it. And it's 1 to filter it, right? So, go ahead.
All right. I will draw. I'll play a Tinder Farm.
Yep.
And I'll play yet another Barbed Sextant.
Whew.
And you can go ahead.
I'm gonna cast an Impulse.
I do like the Barbed Sextants because fixing your mana is pretty good. Like the The one nice thing about the Urza's Bauble is that you could kind of just like keep it in your hand and then like play it on the turn that you're going to play Balancing Act. But I think there's enough times that you want to like cycle the mana, so like it's pretty easy to put in play on an earlier turn, and then it's pretty much the same thing. So I think I do like the Barbed Sextants.
I'm gonna pass back. How much mana do you have access to? 2, 4, 6?
5. This one's only 1, so.
Okay. Your turn, sir.
Okay. I will draw. Hmm.
No, so Robin, we did zombies versus rock for the first games.
Yeah, I think I messed it up. I will cast. I guess I want to tap like this. I'm going to cast Birding Wish.
I guess Prohibit.
Okay, go ahead.
Island, and again, you just have the 5.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
I will draw. I'll cast another Burning Wish.
Another Burning Wish. Burning Wish. You have how many other cards?
I have 3 other cards in my hand.
3, okay. Five. 8 for an Obliterate.
Mm-hmm.
But you can wish and get an Overmaster. I'll counter it.
Go ahead.
I'll play an island. Okay, play a tide.
I will respond. I guess it's not that good. I think it's 3 Orim's Chant that I have in the name.
I'm the one not casting them, Robin.
Well, I'm technically not casting them either.
Yeah. But I'm more in trouble for it than you. Or maybe we're both in trouble and we don't even know it.
The problem is, I was thinking Orim's Chant does a lot against this combo, but it doesn't, because you can just do it during my upkeep. Sure.
I'll exile your lands.
I will. I'm gonna sacrifice this one for red white. I'm going to turn a white into a blue.
Okay.
And I'm going to tap your island.
I'll add a blue.
Yep, I draw a card. And yes, okay, so these get exiled. Well,
Yep.
or they're targeted.
I don't have the Chain of Vapor. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I will draw an additional card from Barbed Sextant and then draw for turn.
Yep.
I will play an Irrigation Ditch.
Okay.
And you can go.
Hey, guess what? You know what time it is?
Tide time. Sharp Phoenix time. Okay.
Shard Phoenix time.
And the crowd goes wild.
And then I'll play Mountain. And the ditch taps for green white.
Sacks for green blue, taps for white.
I'll exile it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll play a ditch. Go ahead.
Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Swing in for 2.
Ready to go to 18.
Hmm. I'll play a Dust Bowl.
Okay.
I'll sack a mountain to destroy your land.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw.
Probably should have swung with the Conclave, but oh well.
Go ahead.
Upkeep. This dice. The lands come back.
Okay. How many cards in your hand?
Before I draw, I have 4. May I draw?
Yep.
Okay. 2.
Yeah, I go to 16.
I'll play a mountain. So you've got Dwarven Ruins, which I know, and then the Tinder Farm.
Nope, this one's a ditch. It taps for white, sacks for green, blue. And this one taps for
Okay.
colorless or sacks for any color.
Okay. Alright, I think I do this. Cast a Tide.
Okay. I might just be dead. I don't think there's... Probably should have cast Orim's Chant. I don't know.
I'll get all 3. And I'll pass back.
I'll draw. I'll play a dig. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll sacrifice a mountain to kill the dig.
I'll sack it. I'm going to filter, make a white mana.
Okay.
Alright.
So what colors of mana do you have right now?
White.
2 white?
Nope, just one white.
Just 1 white. Okay. I'll activate the Conclave and swing for 4.
Okay, I got a 12.
Go ahead.
Alright, I will draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I will play a Ruins of Trokair. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw. Island. I'll attack for 2.
Mm-hmm. I got it at 10.
What I want to do here, you're at 10. Comes for 2 white. I'll pass it back. Go ahead.
I will draw. Alright, I will play an Archaeological Dig.
Okay.
And you can go ahead.
End of turn, I'll cast a Factor Fiction.
Yeah, that resolves.
3, 4. Alright. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can have Bolt or 4 lands, I guess.
I'll take the Bolt.
Okay.
So that'll resolve. I'll go down to 19 and I'll bolt you.
Okay. I go to 7.
And I'll untap.
During your upkeep, I'm going to I'm going to cast Orim's Chant, targeting you.
In response, I'll bolt you.
Yeah, I go to 4.
This dice.
Okay.
Chant obviously resolves.
Yep. All right.
And I'll draw.
Yep.
Reef. Activate.
Yep.
Attack.
I will turn a colorless into a red.
Yep.
I will fire, deal 1 to you, or 1 to you and 1 of the Faerie Conclave.
Okay.
So you go to 18, I go to 2.
I will activate Dust Bowl.
Okay.
I'll take out your Dwarven Ruins.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, I will draw.
Yep.
Alright. We get to play Magic for a little bit longer, I think. I'll sack this for white. How many cards in your hand?
Just 3.
Just 3. I probably will die that way, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Sack for red, sack for green, blue, white. I will use red and blue to cast Burning Wish.
Okay.
And then I will get a Balancing Act and use remaining 4 mana to cast Balancing Act. So I have 4 cards in hand.
I have 3 in hand.
Alright, I will discard. Let's think here. I might have to take a risk. I can't remember if you just have like Mountain Bolt in your hand, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many lands are in your graveyard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. So Terravore would be large. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I'll discard Anurid Brushhopper. Alright,
Okay.
and then I will play a Tinder Farm. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Conclave, go.
No. Alright. I will play a tapped Ruins of Trokair, and you can go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yep. Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Okay. I'm dead. Oh man. Next turn. Oh, I guess I couldn't have had Orim's Chant and Terravore, but the turn after that I would have been able to. But I mean, I was kind of worried that you had a Chain of Vapor, which is maybe a reason not to keep the Terravore, but
That's fair.
oh, that matchup's like really interesting from my perspective. There's a lot of stuff that I can do, or like when I want to pull the trigger.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I didn't obviously have the combo, but I was just like, if I can land this and then put some pressure on, I should be able to close it out. Hopefully be able to close it out with burn.
Well, it's like, I mean, it's really good against my deck because, well, a lot of times when they come into play, they come into play tap still. So you could just later draw Chain of Vapor, or if you draw like Cunning Wish, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you take out any of the Chain of Vapors?
No,
You just didn't have drawn any of them.
I
Okay.
took out the 2 discs and I brought in the bolt from the board and a Phyrexian Furnace just for card filtering.
There's not like an extra Dust Bowl in the sideboard?
Nope, just one in the main. So Robin says Mountain seems like an odd choice to sack with only red left. So the reason why I did that is because if he's going to Balancing Tings and wipe out all my lands, it doesn't really matter. And I only really need 1 red to close things out. And I already had 2 Shivan Reefs on the board, so it wasn't going to matter.
I could cast like Fire on it, but I don't know. Didn't you have a bunch of Shivan Reefs? I don't know.
Yeah, I had Shivan Reefs.
Yeah.
This deck really doesn't use hardly any red mana.
Cool, cool.
All right,
Well,
well, that was fun.
Everyone got to see a Shard Phoenix, so I think everyone's happy.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
So, cool.
We got there. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Yeah, are we
Hope
hanging
it was
out to chat at all, or are we gonna call it a night right away? You only had 2. If he fires your Phoenix, he has a lot of extra turns instead of 2. Fair. Okay. Yeah, like it's tough. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to like keep those Barbed Sextants around, or if I'm supposed to cycle them right away. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely the beatdown in that match. As weird as that sounds. So
I don't know.
think you
There's
gotta-
certain times that like it's hard for you. Like if I just cast like obliterate, like can you realistically beat me? Like you might just deck yourself, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely times like where certain draws, like if I resolve an early Burning Wish and get an obliterate, like my plan might just be to deck you and just like cast obliterate. I mean, like you might be able to Parallax Tide, and set up like that and make it awkward, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's
And like
fair.
Anurid Brushhopper is pretty tough for you. Like, I guess if I always keep like 2 cards in my hand to like play around Chain of Vapor, it's kind of tricky for you, right?
Yeah, it can be, absolutely. I mean, I lucked out and had the 2 Chain of Vapors in my hand that first game.
Yeah, maybe I was like a little. Maybe I should have just kept all the cards in hand, and because it's like, what cards are you keeping in your hand that really matter? I guess it's like lands that might matter, but I don't know.
Yeah. It may not have. I mean, this is definitely much more of an interesting matchup in terms of how it played out than the first one.
Yeah, well, I mean, like zombies doesn't really lead to like interesting games.
It might have been a little more interesting if I had a little more action in the second game, at least.
It was kind of interesting from my perspective of when to attack or whatnot, but
That's fair.
I put a gem palm polluter on the bottom when I mulliganed, and then I drew the Lord of the Undead. I'm like, boy, do I thought it was in my graveyard. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm like, boy, do I regret putting that on the bottom.
Yeah, the polluter's nuts in that deck, right?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the matchup, but yeah.
Yeah, it can be so fast. So fast. Well, cool. I guess I will, I'll probably sign off here.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and hopefully Flint and I will be able to do this every now and then or more regularly. And especially thank you, because I know this is not the most convenient time zone for most time for most people. So we appreciate it, and hopefully you guys were entertained. I know we got a Shard Phoenix in play, so that's always good. But
we did. We just for comical flop. I had to do it.
And then he instantly passed out asleep.
There you go.